Speaking of the other teams, Arizona may have something to say about that, but they laid the egg. The Cardinals went back to Lyness and laid the egg in San Fran. Um, does the Niners just had their number? Why can't the Cardinals ever beat them? That's 3 times in the last 4 years. I think the 49ers swept them in the season series.
I guess he know more than anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, it basically comes. Yeah, they play each other twice a year. They pretty much know each other. They know what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it. The big difference was first game we won 2016. We had Sean Hill managing the game. All right, this time we have Alex Smith. And the one thing they noted was that since they've been passing more with him, they haven't been winning as much. But the key thing is that they have been able to move the ball a lot more efficiently, despite them losing. But this time the defense stepped up. They made some killer plays, caused a lot of fumbles, got sacks, got the turnovers and INTs, and they actually capitalized off of the turnovers they made too. And they were able to hold Arizona to just 9 points. So, like I said, they pretty much showed their potential. But like we've all said, they still got a lot of ways to go. And they're not quite there yet. But they showed what they're capable of doing. So,
let's look at this from the Cardinals' point of view. Why is the team so inconsistent? The thing I think about is Wizard Hunt. He has that Steel City mentality. Defense, run the ball hard. I think the defense is starting to take on that mentality, but the offense, I don't think they have the players, the type of offense to do that, and I think it contradicts the team. And I think that's where the problem lies in. It's like their defense is starting to become that way. They're not quite there, but they're starting to become that way. But the offense is nowhere near that type of personality that fits that coach. So I think that's what the problem is. Where they're so inconsistent.
They don't got the offensive line for it yet.
They don't have the offensive line or the type of quarterback for that. I mean,
right.
Kurt Warner has to be successful. He has to throw it around. They don't have. I don't even think they have the running backs for that. You got the type of team runner. You have to run the ball 30, 40 times and be smash mouth.
I think Beanie Wells would be fine. I mean,
that's why you left when he fumbled yesterday when you watched the game.
oh yeah,
I think he'll be okay though. I mean, they probably need another. I think Hightower, he needs to either correct his fumble eyes or they need to get somebody else. But their main problem is the offensive line, though. They can't really run the ball like that. And they need to take Gandy out to start the lineup.
yeah, I agree with that. I also think, like Ennis said, they don't really have that. At least on the offensive side of the ball, they don't really have that physical presence. And it's like, well, Bolden might be tough, and you know what I'm saying, he could get his face cracked and come back. It's like he's still not Hines Ward. Hines Ward is the best blocking receiver in the game, and it's like all of them cats at one time, on the Steelers, that is, all of them cats, played hard. They blocked. They knew their role. They knew, the run game was the bread and butter of the offense. But
They ain't put up with Thursday.
yeah, we know they didn't play. But I mean, the old Steelers.
You're making me nauseous talking about the Steelers. Like, let's move on.
Yeah, but like Ennis said, it's like Arizona's bread and butter is Bolden and Fitzgerald. Like you said, that identity doesn't really match. And the other thing, one more thing I'll add is just you made a comment last night. It's like they kept on blitzing, but they weren't making anything happen. And it's like, with I like that philosophy, but it's like Dick LeBeau at least has a purpose with all the blitzes that he normally sends out. You know what I'm saying? It was like Arizona was just blitzing just for the sake of it. And they weren't getting anything from it. So
yeah. All right. Well, that was the games for Week 14. We're gonna step into next week, Week 15, as we head into the playoffs for the picks. We may talk about a little bit playoff strategy here towards the end, but right now we're going to talk about Week 15 games when we come back.